Hey everyone, this is Wes from the Console Gaming Crew, and we couldn't be happier to announce that we are now part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a great place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Yo, crew members, what it be?
What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
This time I don't have a bubble in my throat, which is perfect, because this is the episode that you guys are used to towards the end of the month, which is us giving, Anthony and I giving you the free games that you can get with Xbox Games with Gold or your PlayStation Plus subscriptions, and Wes, as usual, giving us the new games that you can purchase wherever that may be that you purchase games.
There you go.
Yeah, and in addition to that, we'll also go over Sony's State of Play that just debuted, yesterday or the day before? Well, a few days ago by the time you're hearing this.
Yep, and then a little bit of Nintendo news as well.
Sweet. Well, without further ado, I might as well hit everybody with the Xbox games like I normally do. And not going to lie, this is a weird month. This is kind of a weird month. So, but yeah, here we go. The March Games Gold lineup is here. On the Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, become the ultimate mercenary in Warface Breakout and take down the Laminati. Yeah, you heard that right. Take down the Laminati in Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse. And for the classic lineup, via backwards compatibility, pilot your favorite Metal Slug to take down the enemy menace in Metal Slug 3 and rule the seas from Port au Prince to Tortuga in Port Royale 3. Xbox Live Gold members will have exclusive access to the games for a limited time as a part of Games with Gold, and so will Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members who receive all the fantastic benefits of Gold, plus access to over 100 high-quality games with Xbox Game Pass. So let's start with Warface Breakout, available March 1st to the 31st. Tight gunplay and strategic team cooperation define this tactical online first-person shooter. Make split-second decisions, use a vast arsenal of weapons, and master the high-stakes PvP experience to become the ultimate mercenary of tomorrow. Elite forces are coming to Warface Breakout on March 1st. A new cosmetic pack adds new exclusive knife, elite weapon skins, new epic helmets, and more to the game. Join the new event from March 8th to March 22nd in the Team Deathmatch game mode. Improve your progress in the event and get new special rewards. That's Warface Breakout. Now to the weird one. Let's just address the llama in the room right now. Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse. Right? Vicious Attack Llama Apocalypse. Prepare your thumbs for a frantic, top-down, couch co-op, twin-stick shooter like no other. Remotely pilot an endless supply of mechs to fight through the vast llama horde apocalypse. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the first time anyone's ever uttered a sentence like that. I'm going to say that one more again. Remotely pilot an endless supply of mechs to fight through the vast llama horde apocalypse. Featuring 1 to 4 player co-op, a massive changing city to explore, and Xbox Play Anywhere functionality, including on your PC. Take down the Laminati and pray that Lamazon blesses you. Yeah, I said it. I
don't care. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now, on to Metal Slug 3, which I can vouch for because I've played the entire Metal Slug anthology, and those games are a shitload of fun. It is just like old school side-scroller feel, Contra-esque, but with better graphics. You can play with it for, it's a lot of fun. So, this one I can stand behind. Metal Slug 3, Marco and Tarma of the Peregrine Falcon Strike Force are back to take down General Morden's rebel forces. Run, gun, slice, and camel your way through an onslaught of adversaries, from soldiers to giant enemy crabs. Pilot a wide array of Metal Slug vehicles, shoot a variety of weapons, and cause mass destruction in this legendary run-and-gun shooter. And again, that's a game I've played and can definitely vouch for, so for free, definitely snag it. And last but not least, Port Royale 3. It is the turbulent 17th century, and you are a young sea captain whose only goal is to be the most powerful man in the New World. To achieve your goal, either choose to be a trader, developing trade routes to earn a fortune, glory, and power, or become an adventurer, plundering, invading, and leading your ships in beautiful 3D naval battles. Set sail on 16 different ships, from versatile frigates to powerful galleons, and build your empire in the Caribbean. And again, those are the 4 that you got. That's Warface Breakout, which is available March 1st to the 31st. Vicious Llama Apocalypse from March 16th to April 15th. Metal Slug 3 from March 1st to the 15th. And Port Royale 3, available March 16th to the 31st. So download them bad boys. Give them a chance, see what happens. And now we'll move along to Anthony, who will give us PlayStation Plus free games.
All right, so this is what we got so far for PlayStation Plus games for March. You have Final Fantasy VII Remake. You have Maquette, Remnant from the Ashes, which Andy and I have actually both played and highly recommend. It's a good game. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, we have Farpoint for the VR. Square Enix's modern reimagining of its iconic RPG boasts unforgettable characters, a mind-blowing story, and epic battles. Return to the city of Midgard as Cloudstrife, former member of Sharina's elite soldier unit, now turned mercenary, lends his aid to the resistance group Avalanche, initially executing daring raids against Sharina to fight back against its planet-threatening machinations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cloud and his comrades are unaware of the epic consequences that await them. The story of this first standalone game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake project covers up the party's escape from Midgard and goes deeper into the events occurring in Midgard than the classic original. Please note, this is important too, that the PlayStation 4 version of Final Fantasy Remake available to the PlayStation Plus members is not eligible for the PlayStation 5 digital upgrade. And that's for the PlayStation 4. Next, we have, also for the PlayStation 4, Remnant from the Ashes. In this third-person survival action shooter, play as one of the last remnant of humanity attempting to retake a world overrun by monstrous interdimensional invaders. Venture into dynamically generated worlds alone or with up to 2 other survivors, scavenging for supplies and modding your equipment to strengthen your chances of survival when tackling over 100 deadly varieties of enemy and battling epic bosses. Cool thing about that game, like we said before when Andy and I actually played it, the game is ever evolving when you play through it multiple times. And there's multiple outcomes for each one.
Absolutely. You can get, every time you play the game over again, it randomly generates the city differently, and you may get different bosses.
Yep.
So, you may have, you may run into a certain boss your first playthrough, go to the same area, and, come to something totally different.
Next, we have for the PlayStation 5 is Maquette. All that is tiny is simultaneously huge in this intriguing first-person puzzle designed around an Escher-esque recursive simulation. Making its PlayStation 5 debut as part of the next month's PlayStation Plus lineup, Maquette sets you in the center of a world, the rules of which are very different from our own. Solutions to puzzles require you to twist the world recursively, manipulating the landscape of a Demora will see those changes mirrored in life-size version that surrounds you. If you get perplexed by a puzzle, you can call up PlayStation 5's Game Help for helpful hints to solve Maquette's tougher conundrums. And then now we have Farpoint, which is PlayStation VR. Master an arsenal of weapons to keep yourself alive on a hostile alien world in this free-roaming first-person PSVR shooter. Optimized for PlayStation VR aim controller and fully playable with DualShock wireless controller, strike out towards your crashed space station solo or with a friend in online co-op. Trade alien threats for testing each other's skills in a variety of versus games modes. These games are set to release for download March 2nd and will be available until April 5th. Also, one more thing I'd like to talk about is Destruction All-Stars is still available for PlayStation Plus download for the PlayStation 5 until April 5th as well.
Sweet, yeah. So if you haven't had a chance to pick that up, you still got time.
Yep.
That game just looks so much fun.
Yeah, and dude, those are solid games because, like I said, you and I can speak to Remnant being worth it. We had a lot of fun playing that game.
We've also played Farpoint.
We have played Farpoint. Yeah, I own it. That's a lot of fun. I've never played it with the controller. I do have the light gun attachment, but it's it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and Final Fantasy VII, as big a game that is, if you're ever going to play it now while it's free.
Absolutely,
you don't have to pay
100%.
for it, and you can really, now it's that I'm probably going to download it because I've never played it.
There
So-
you go.
Yeah, like so for everybody that knows, like I mean, the older versions of Final Fantasy VII, they or just any of the Final Fantasy games, you know what I mean, they're all turnstile games,
Turn-based
like
combat, yeah.
yeah, turn-based. Like this one isn't, like at all. You know what I mean?
Nope.
I mean, the remake they have in Midgard is completely different fighting styles. So
It's like live action fighting.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's where you can get your free Xbox and PlayStation games. So Wes, why don't you let everyone know where they can or what they can go purchase this month?
There you
Yeah,
go.
so here's all the games that you can get for March, and there aren't that many, so we'll just kind of scream through them pretty quick. So March 2nd, you have Yakuza Like a Dragon for the PS5. You have Anthony. What was that one game called? Maquette.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
It's,
yes.
it's
So
Maquette.
Yeah,
Maquette. Yes.
yeah. So Maquette is going to be coming out for the PS5 and PS4. And you also have Monster Jam Steel Titans 2, which is going to be coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. For March 3rd, you have Sir Love-A-Lot, which is going to be coming out for the PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Pause. Sir Love a lot? Okay. I couldn't. I wanted to make sure that I got that right.
Sir Love-Lot. Sorry. Love-A-Lot.
Okay. Well, there is a difference. So.
Apologies. March 4th, you have Kill It With Fire, which is going to be coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I have seen some stuff about this. Basically, you have to deal with a bunch of spiders, like a spider infestation, like everywhere, and you kill it with fire.
What's the first thing people say when they see a hideous spider?
I'm gonna burn my entire house down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, that one meme is just perfect for it.
Yeah.
March 5th, we have Harvest Moon One World coming out for the Switch, and 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. March 9th, you have Apex Legends coming to Switch. And March 12th, we have Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. This is the one that is going to be released for the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Switch. It's finally coming to those consoles instead. It is already on the PS4 and the Xbox One. And then we also have Drive-By, which is going to be coming out for the Switch. March 16th has a few more games coming out. We have Elder Scrolls Online, Flames of Ambition for the PS4 and Xbox One. Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, which is going to be coming out for the Switch. Monster Truck Championship is going to be coming out for the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X. Mundawn is going to be coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Samurai Showdown is going to be for the Series X. And Stubbs the Zombie Rebel Without a Pulse is going to be coming out for the Switch. We saw this one last week or 2 weeks ago with the Nintendo Direct
Yes.
release.
Yes.
For March 18th, we have Marvel's Avengers, which is going to be coming out next gen now. So that's going to be PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X.
I'm glad I waited.
And Minute of Islands, which is going to be for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. March 19th only has one game. It is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville for the Switch. We talked about that for Nintendo Direct as well. March 23rd, we have Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town for the Switch. A game called Tunch is going to be for the Switch. That just sounds really weird. Tunche.
Punch him right in the toonch.
And we also have Overcooked All You Can Eat for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And the last 4 games that we have are going to be for March 26th. They're going to be Balan Wonderworld for the Switch, Xbox One, the Series S and X, PS4, and PS5. Monster Hunter Rise, which is coming out for the Switch. That's a real big one that everybody's really waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
It Takes Two is going to be coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. And then Terminator Resistance, the Enhanced Edition, is going to be coming out for the PS5. And that is everything you're going to get with new games for the month of March.
There's some big ones in there. There's some big ones in there.
Look, Monster Hunter Rise is definitely
Monster Hunter Rise,
one.
Crash.
Plants vs. Zombies is another one that that has had a really, really good following.
Yeah.
Marvel's Avengers, yeah, dude. We were talking about Crash when we watched the State of Play. Crash looks like just so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm game for it.
I've been wanting to play that Avengers game because it's co-op, but I'm glad that I waited to next gen. So now hopefully one of y'all get it, so I have somebody to play it with.
So when it comes down to that, I want to go ahead and refer people to listen to the Twisted Cake podcast because they actually talked about the Marvel's Avengers game. Yeah, check them out because Mike and Jesse went ahead and dove pretty deep into how that game is, how the gameplay is, and what their final thoughts are on the game.
But yeah, so that's it for the new and free games of the month. So let's move in because the next big thing we have to go over is Sony's State of Play, which didn't seem to knock a whole bunch of people's socks off. We enjoyed a good bit of it, but I can say that other ones have been better.
Yeah, but there's one game that I am extremely interested in right now.
There's one that I'm extremely interested in, which we're gonna cover all of them. There's one that we're all extremely interested in, and then there's a handful of other ones that I'm definitely keeping my eye on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
yeah,
well, take us there, Skitch.
All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the Sony State of Play. So the first thing that they showed on the State of Play was we got to see what was going to be happening for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and because now that is going to be coming to all the next gen systems, so obviously it's going to be coming to the PS5. And from what they told us, that game is going to be, straight after Crash Bandicoot 3 Time Warped.
And it looks fantastic.
It does, like
it looks
the colors,
fantastic.
Yeah, dude, they really made everything pop. And then you can play as Dingo Dial in this one. You can also play as who's the main baddie, the one with the big head? I forget what his name is.
The main dude with the big head?
Yeah, the main baddie from
Cortex?
From Time Warped. Yeah, Cortex. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually play as him as well because he has a gun that changes matter. And you go ahead and change things. You go ahead and whether it's like a solid steel thing to land on or like you can jump off of it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like they got too ambitious. Like it's the same Crash Bandicoot if you've ever played it that you know and love, just brought to, the modern look.
Yeah, so like I said, because it was a State of Play, they went ahead and told us that for PlayStation, the game is going to be in native 4K and 60 frames per second.
Gotta love that.
So that's definitely going to be something that I'm excited for. I said to you guys, and I've also said before, it sounded a little weird to me because the PlayStation 5 is not a native 4K system.
Yeah.
But the game is coming to you in native 4K. It's just for some reason that didn't sit well with me. I just don't understand it. But hopefully I'll be able to figure it out at some point.
Moving right along.
Okay, yeah. So that game is going to be coming out for March 12th, which is obviously I said that one with all the new games anyway. So next game we had was Returnal.
That's one of the ones that I'm keeping my eye on for sure because it's got a lot of promise, but I've gotten myself into trouble in the past being a little too gung-ho for games that have a lot of promise.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to
Anthem.
Let the yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is no longer a thing.
But yeah, Returnal, yeah, as soon as I first saw it, it was like this weird hybrid between I got like Anthem vibes, I got some Mass Effect vibes, I got what else did I get? I don't know what else I got. But those are the main two.
Sweet.
Those are
sweet, yeah.
so sweet, dude.
So that's going to be coming out April 30th. One of the big things about Returnal was that say you die, when you come back, everything could be different.
Everything changes.
It's a never-ending loop of basically with the learning AI.
Yes.
Right, kind of like what we talked about with Remnant, but this is definitely like 10 times more in depth.
Yeah, it takes it up a notch because you can't just die and then be like, okay, I'll do this way this time.
Yeah, because
everything's going to react differently, be in different places, come out,
which is
genius.
Be a different amount of monsters too.
Correct.
Which is genius because a game like that always adds to, like the replayability, but also, it should take you longer to beat it because if you don't breeze through it in one shot and you do die a few times, you're going to have to come up with a new game plan every time.
Absolutely, which is great.
Yeah, I feel like that game would probably end up being like a, 30, 35 hour gameplay-ish. That's kind of what it looks like. And Anthony and I were talking about when we were watching it, the color contrast and how they really made like the greens and the reds really pop in that gray and black background.
I mean, if you look at the background of this game, the whole background is color-wise. The whole background is literally set, which looks to be in like dark decaying matter or dark decaying earth, and then when you see the brightness of the colors that come from the bad guys, the greens and the reds and pink and stuff like that, it's just like it makes the entire screen, the entire world light up with like this beauty. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Just like the way that they portrayed this entire like back setting of the game is just it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, the whole atmosphere just completely changes when you have those colors really pop.
100%, yeah.
All right, so yeah, like we said, that game is going to be coming out April 30th. The next one we have was something that I thought was just really, really cool looking. You don't get a game that's like this, so it made it very, very interesting. The game is called Knockout City.
Oh my god, we were so excited for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that
Absolutely.
that just has hours of fun, like crew matches written all over it.
Absolutely. I mean, come on. Like, and this is something Andy and or Wes or we all have said is the game. One, the game is super original to the way it looks, but the way that it's portrayed, the way that it's drawn, and it looks just like what was it, Andy?
Well, for me, it looks like Fortnite.
That's
it. Looks
Thank
like
you.
It's like it's literally dodgeball meets Fortnite because you're essentially in these dodgeball matches, but what it takes from I don't know that Fortnite's the first person to do it, but it's what I know it from is it takes that shrinking map down, so the map starts fully open, and then as the game goes on, the map shrinks, so it forces you to be in close combat, and at one point it showed as close a combat as literally being like 2 feet in front of the person.
Yep.
Yeah.
And man, they had all sorts of different things you could do, like different types of balls that you can get, and like different moves you can use with your teammates and stuff.
You mean turning your teammate into the ball and then throwing your teammate at another person?
Yeah,
that was one
cool.
of them.
Like that's ingenious.
That was
That's
one of
so
them.
cool.
Yeah,
cool.
But yeah, this was just super, super original, like a dodgeball game, like and making it into something like that actually seems like a lot of fun. And Wes, you actually said it too. It's got a lot of Sunset Overdrive to it too.
I felt
in like
I saw
the art
a lot
style.
Of Sunset, yeah. I said like Fortnite mixed with Sunset was probably the best way to explain it.
Yeah, that's a perfect way.
Yeah, so that game is going to be coming out May 21st. There is a beta version that is out right now. If you go to knockoutcity.com, that is knockoutcity.com. We're going to go ahead and throw it in our show notes for everybody to check it out. I believe the three of us are absolutely going to check it out because it is a crossplay.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cross-play beta as well.
It's a cross-play beta. The beta actually I don't think has dropped just yet because it said go there to sign up for the pre-beta.
There you go.
So by the time you hear this, it probably still hasn't dropped yet. But if it sounds like something that you might be interested in, hop over to that website, sign up for the beta. Hopefully you get lucky enough to get chosen to play the pre-beta because I think it's a pre-beta. It's like it's not the actual beta for the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get yourself signed up and give it a shot because I think that, like Wes said, the three of us are going to definitely try and acquire the rights to be able to play this thing.
Yeah.
This shit looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely! It looked amazing.
All right, so
Sling some balls.
So the next game is one of the ones that Anthony was very, very excited for.
I'm pretty
Sifu.
sure this was all three of us, man.
Oh.
That thing looked insane.
Oh, it absolutely was, and it's just absolutely nuts the way that they ran this game through. So the game is called Sifu.
Yeah.
And it is coming out later this year. We don't know when exactly, but you start off with a bunch of guys in a hallway getting ready to kick your ass.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely have bad intentions written all over their faces.
So, quick backstory for this game, if anybody is interested, even if not, you're going to hear it anyway. Basically, the premise behind Sifu is he's in the hunt for the assassins of your family. So basically, he's hunting down the assassins that killed his family. It's going to take you through hidden corners of the city, gang-ridden suburbs, and cold hallways of corporate towers. This is actually directly through their website itself. The game, the play style looks absolutely insane. You're basically what seems to be like a kung fu master. I'm trying to understand the concept behind it just a little bit of if you get injured or not, you don't really die per se. It seemed like in the preview you didn't really die, but if you got injured to the point where you fainted,
you age.
a certain amount of time has passed by, and yes, you aged. They also said on their website that that kung fu or your kung fu skills never stop evolving. So I'm wondering if every time that you faint, you increase your overall ability for certain moves or whatever have you. So again, don't know much on the game except for what we saw in the preview and what I just read, that little snippet from their website. But I am super, super excited to see what this game has to offer.
Yeah, this game looks like a lot of fun. And like you said, you were saying fainting. The dude got sliced by a machete. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but-
sit here and say I'm gonna say he dropped. Not, I guess not died, but he definitely dropped. So
Yeah, he
so
fainted.
so every time they quote unquote die, you age an X amount of years, and then I mean you see it within the facial hair and and like the hair on your head, like everything like grows.
Yeah,
And
because
from
if
there
you
it looks like you go ahead and you just like you said, dude, the kung fu evolves. So obviously you go ahead, you learn more.
right, exactly. Speaking of the young to old, the way that they showed it in the preview for the game was like you start out as this young man, probably in his 20s, and then if you look on their website, the dude's like in his probably in his 60s, 70s, or even 80s. Like he looks
Yeah.
like an old like kung fu master. I have no more to say, but just give me the games and take my money, please. That's it. Just
Yeah, it's
get it.
one of those. It was exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one we have is another one that we don't know exactly when it's going to drop. It is dropping in 2021. And this is one that Andy and I have continuously tried to explain what it is. We still don't really know.
I was about to say, still can't explain much.
No, it's called Solar Ash. So what we got, or at least what I got, I think Anthony got as well, was very much a pathless type vibe to the game. With going ahead and just the animation, it seems like PlayStation is really running towards like that style of animation as their main as their main like IPs. You mean to go ahead and try to continue the brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're playing as it looks like you're in a black hole and you're trying to go ahead and stop the black hole from destroying your world, I believe. And from there you have to go ahead and continuously fight these monsters, and then everything like they went ahead and talked about it. Everything about the game is movement.
It's
about,
one thing I love. Yeah, go ahead, Ant.
It's about the fluidity of how you move throughout the game and that kind of stuff, and that's where the feel of pathless kind of came in for me. But the difference between the two games is the way that it was drawn, for sure. If you look at the colors in the two games, pathless is a little bit darker, as to where Solar Ash,
very, very bright and
very bright, very, very beautiful, vibrant colors.
Very pastel, the colors, like the pinks and the blues.
Absolutely, 100%. It's
yeah.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
It looks like 90% of the fun in that game comes with like traversing the land, because everything is
100%.
so smooth and like. It is tough to explain because, again, she's on like what seems like freaking like some astral skates or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's basically what it looks like, but it's so smooth, and it's got like the art style for me kind of looked like what the hell was that game? Was it Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio or something like that? Like kind of sorta for like Dreamcast. Yeah, it was one of those. I think there may have been both of them. But yeah, we still don't know much as to what exactly. Like, we're still, that's our best guess as to what you're doing in that game.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep our eye on it to, get a little bit more information. But it's looks interesting.
2021's a wild fucking year, man. There's a lot of good shit coming out.
So, and the best part about it is like a lot of the actually a good handful of the games that we're talking about are actually indie games. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it's this year I think is going to be a really good year for the indies,
which I'm happy for, because we can do
Absolutely.
a nice little indie part 2 episode.
Well, we always talked about
yes.
which would be nice.
Absolutely, but the thing is, and it's going to be next gen related indie content. But it's really nice to see the smaller indie companies produce such breathtaking video games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like being able to see things like this actually come from smaller production companies.
All right, so the next one we have is something that scares the absolute fuck out of me.
But we are going to try very, very hard to work this man over into adding this into his catalog of games for Freaky Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm a whore for the brand, but I'm not fucking stupid. Okay.
Well, I'll bring this up at the end. Never mind.
So the game we are talking about is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Oh my god.
This is another one that we don't have an exact date for, but we know it's coming out this year. And it looks like instead of being in the control room or the security room, as with other Freddy's games, you're actually out in the play, in the play area, and you're being quite literally chased by these animatronic,
You're being
frickin'
hunted.
Chuck E. Cheese, fucking
Chuck E. Cheese on meth.
robots on fucking meth. Yes, perfect way to explain it. My God.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking terrifying, dude. Fucking rabbit, the duck, the fucking no.
The super
Just
cat
no.
on steroids. It definitely looked like a super cat on steroids.
Yes, it
Just
did.
saying.
And the fucking chicken chasing you, like, oh my God.
Yeah, who ever thought they'd be scared to get chased by a chicken?
Well, when
I
it's
never
a-
did, but
when it's
now
a
I
meth
know I
chicken.
am. Now I know I am.
Peter Griffin.
But I mean, that's all I have on the game because I didn't look any further into it because I don't want anything to do with it. I'll be honest. Regardless of what these guys say.
It's gonna happen.
Damn it.
We'll work him over.
Fuck.
We will. Well, you know what? We'll just give him some like alcohol and good food. Wes,
Where's bad there?
none, and it's
Where's
beneficial
bad
for
there?
all of us. But this is how we can work him over.
Oh man. Yeah, honestly, this is something I'm probably more scared of than almost
Just get-
anything else I could think of when it comes down to
All
playing
right.
Freaky Friday.
Just get this man a double rum and coke, some wings, and send this thing.
Yeah, that or hear me out. Wes, we could sit there and hold your hand if you want, so it's not as scary.
No, it's still gonna be scary because I know you guys are gonna go ahead and try to scare me while I'm playing.
Ah!
I'm gonna be just as scared as you, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Just because
So
I play these things more than you, don't mean they don't scare the living shit out of me.
Having
Yeah,
the
you should
three
have
of us
heard. You
in a
should have heard him
room-
the other night when he was playing a certain game that I'm not going to name because he's going to probably talk about it later. And he freaked the fuck out. He was like, "I was playing a game that I will not talk about until at the end of what we were playing." But anyway, and all I hear this man do is go, "Oh, whoa, what is that?" Freaking the fuck out. I'm like, I don't know. What is it? Tell me. I mean, inform me of what you're so scared of, please. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, but so that game comes out later on this year. This next one is something that I'm actually really excited for. It's a series that I've been playing the entire run that they've been around, and it is Oddworld Soulstorm.
Yeah, and we got much more on it this time too,
Yeah, we did. So,
which is nice.
You obviously play as Abe. You know what I mean? He is the de facto leader and the de facto hero of his people, and you have to obviously save as many as you can. You know what I mean, of his people in this world that are trying to go ahead and being chased and killed to be turned into drink by you turn to this green drink that everybody drinks. And the thing about it is that there are over 1,000 of your people that you need to try to save, and
That's a lot of
pretty
people.
it is.
It's still really cool, though.
And one of the cool things is how you do it. This game, like others, you're allowed to talk and basically hoard your people to try to get them to walk with you to, chant and get them to like an exit point. But you can actually go ahead and arm them to an extent to be able to go ahead and they can help you fight. You know what I'm saying? This, everything you're going against.
Shit. It looked like a fuck ton of fun to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they went
And
ahead-
those things are so funny. Like, they're funny too. That's what helps.
Yeah, it
That's
really
what helps.
does.
There's a lot of humor involved.
I've never played
It's a-
any of
it's
the
a-
Oh,
Oddworld
dude,
games.
they are so amazing.
They are a lot of fun. It is a lot of platforming. There's
Is
a
it?
lot. Dan will not. Dan will not play this game.
No, he will not. But on top of that, you still have the chanting that you can do to go ahead and inhabit your enemies, and then you can use their abilities, their language, and their weapons to go ahead and take other ones down. Yeah, dude, the game looks absolutely incredible. I did hear that when the game comes out on April 6th, that there will be what you guys were talking about with some of these other PS5 games, that you can go ahead and get it for free for X amount of time.
Yeah.
So I know that one is going to be that way, and it honestly makes me want to steal somebody's PS5 just so I can go ahead and get it.
You got
Not
a job,
even
bro.
bullshit.
Just buy one.
Yeah, but I'd rather...
It's well worth the purchase.
No, look,
Well
I
worth the purchase.
I will be getting a PS5. It's going to happen probably in the summertime, so I will be able to wait. I have other stuff I'm going to be playing until then. But that game is going to be dropping April 6th, and I know that is easily one of the ones I am most excited for. I've talked about Abe's Oddworld type stuff a lot, when we come down to these state of plays and everything else.
Well before we even knew of Soulstorm being a thing.
Yes.
We were talking about Oddworld and if that would ever come back.
Yes. Oh, man, I am so pumped for this. And speaking of being pumped, and being excited and ready to fucking go. And this game will be out by the time I do get a PS5. We are talking about Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. Is it Kenna or Kena? I thought I heard them say
You're
Kena.
gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna let you know.
Okay. So
Are you gonna find something that tells you exactly what it is and breaks it down?
Yeah.
All right, good. Attaboy. Way to be a progressive thinker.
There you go. So Kenna or Kena, Bridge of Spirits. I mean, this game looks absolutely incredible. You have these little black furry dudes that run with you everywhere you go. They help you battle everything that you fight in the game, and just the color scheme, the animation, the music, it seems, dude, like everything in this game is just absolutely badass. I have not heard a single person that talked about the state of play not be excited for this game.
You know what's also really exciting about this game? And I literally just said it in my last statement. It's another indie game company.
Yes.
The company's actually called Ember Labs. Or Ember Lab.
Yeah, Ember Lab.
Super, super exciting. Again.
Got to start somewhere, and this
Oh
looks
my
like.
God.
I mean, I'm not saying this is their first game, but it. I'll tell you what. I'm super excited for it. It's they had me ever since the first trailer when she just like jumped up and smacked the ground, and you just saw like all the life come back into everything. You saw like flowers starting to bloom and stuff like that. I was like, oh, bro, count me in. And it's got a very Pixar vibe to it. Like the characters that are in there, they have them big old Pixar eyes, and like it's just everything that you normally get out of like a Disney Pixar movie.
All right, so
it seems like you play it.
Here's what we get from the PlayStation website when it comes down to Kenna. Immerse yourself in a story-driven action-adventure set in a charming world rich of exploration and fast-paced combat. Play as Kenna, a young spirit guide traveling to an abandoned village in search of the sacred mountain shrine. Find and grow your team of tiny spirits known as the Rot. That's a weird name for those little dudes.
That's funny because the Rot.
The Rot is what you're fighting against. What the little guys that are following you are spirits.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Isn't the Rot Remnant, by the way? Isn't that what that's called? Or no? Keep going.
The Rot, who maintain balance by decomposing dead and rotting elements, enhance your companions' abilities, create new ways to manipulate the environment, and uncover the secrets of a forgotten community hidden in an overgrown forest where wandering spirits are trapped.
Yeah.
And it looks great. And no, I was root, by the way. You get root rot. That's what was confusing me.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that game looks incredible, and it looks like one of those games that is going to have one of those stories that makes you feel shit.
Yeah, and the
100%.
the little dudes are called Rot. They're not called it. The little spirits are Rot.
Little Pixar babies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're called the Rot.
Oh yeah. Find and collect Rot to gain powerful abilities. Look at
Yeah.
that. It's right in front of my face, huh? How about that?
But yeah, so that game is going to be coming out August 24th, and that's probably
towards the top of my list.
that's
towards the top of my list.
Probably up there as on the top of my list. Next game we have is something that is a PlayStation exclusive for at least a year and change, and then it'll end up coming out to the other systems. And we are talking about Deathloop.
Yeah, Bethesda, right?
Yep, yeah, this is a Bethesda game. The game breaks it down pretty simply when it comes down to how it plays. So with Deathloop, we already know you play as essentially a hitman trying to go ahead and take down this cult of these 8 characters. But when you're trying to take them down, somebody else is trying to take you out as well. And anytime that she kills you or anybody else kills you, you end up going back in time and starting back over again. It's one of those types of games, which is obviously why it's called Deathloop.
Yeah, really quick, it seems like a lot of the games we've been talking about lately have the same premise. Like when you die, you don't really actually die per se, but you kind of like restart.
I mean,
the purpose of isn't the purpose of Deathloop to like end the loop?
Yes.
Or no? It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, but by the way they made it seem like in the actual preview, like if you died, well, not really died, but if you fainted,
Here we go.
If you get
this again.
zapped,
Right, you would kind of like just restart your journey a little bit, but
Yeah.
things may be different. I think that's like the third game we've talked about like that so far, just in this segment alone.
Second game. Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, third if you think about it.
Returnal.
You have Returnal,
Oh,
Deathloop,
Sifu.
and
Yeah.
Sifu.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
far,
think about
that's
Sifu.
three games have almost like the same premise behind, like no actual death in the game per se, but like a restarting of your life and how it's
may the
how it's
best one
taken.
win.
Yeah, pretty much. Like here you go, try again, but it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
All right, so actually, I don't even have anything on whether that's out or anything else.
Keep going. I got you.
All right. Well, I mean, that's all the information I have on Deathloop as of right now. The last game that we do have to talk about is a remake that they're porting over to the PS5. Obviously, making it look better. This, that, and the third, and they're also adding a new part of it.
So real quick, Deathloop is May 21st, 2021.
There you go. And then I also with Deathloop I know that all right, so it's a 12-month run then for it being exclusive
Okay.
because roughly around the same time in 2022 it's going to be coming out for the PlayStation or the Xbox.
Sweet.
All right, so so we're going to start talking about the last game that they had in the state of play, and this one is Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked bananas. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, it looks.
I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh my god, exhausted, tired, and over it. But it is getting to the point where it's like, I feel like you can't go to like a single Sony event without seeing something else that has to do with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, you're not wrong though.
But
I mean, at the
I
same
think it's
time,
always going to be that way.
At the same time, like Final Fantasy VII, obviously, it is the most popular Final Fantasy game that has ever come out.
so, like we said before, you're talking about the most popular game in arguably the most popular RPG franchise.
Yes.
So of course it's going to get a lot of,
Yeah, because this is the second part of the remake. Because the remake isn't even the full game; it's only the game that is being played within Midgard. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not. It's not fully running through all of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
But so Integrate, you get to be able to play as I don't know if it's play as, but I forget her name. Damn it.
I think it was Tuffy or Tuffy. Tuffy? Tuffie?
Was it Tuffy?
I'm pretty sure it was.
All right, yeah, somebody get on that, please.
I'm on it.
Please. But so I mean, you get a few more things added to it. It looked like you got a more enhanced version of looking at like Cloud and Sephiroth and everybody else that's in the game. You get like more textures. You get
The enhanced graphics.
Oh,
look great.
Yuffie.
Yuffie. There you go.
Yuffie, my bad. I put a T in, not a Y. Hey, you know what I'm saying? My bad, dude. I'm walking here, all right? Shut up.
But yeah, so that's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out 6/10/2021, so June 10th. And look, when it comes out, dude, you know it's going to be a banger. You know it's going to be a hit. I mean, the game has been in Game Awards for the last like 2 years. You know what I mean? Within like Game of the Year and stuff like that. So obviously they're doing something right.
For a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's what we have for the state of play.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot that was gonna like knock both your socks off, but it had a lot. It had a lot of stuff that's worth really, paying close attention to.
Playing close attention to?
Paying
You said
close
playing.
attention to.
Look, at the end of it, this wasn't underwhelming. It at least kept us interested.
It was just whelmed. It was just whelming.
Yeah.
It wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't underwhelming. It was just whelming.
Just whelming.
Definitely not a thing, but it's going to be a thing
It's
today.
a thing now.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a thing from here on
It's
out.
a thing today.
I mean, look, we got nothing on Ragnarok. We got nothing on Horizons. You know what I mean? I would have liked to have seen something from those. You know what I mean? Just because those are very, very big franchises.
You're always waiting for those bangers. It's just like how I felt when we were going over the Nintendo Direct last week of how I was, myself and a shitload of other people were waiting for something on Breath of the Wild 2 and, never got anything. This, I don't believe, was as anywhere close to as bad as that Nintendo Direct was. That Nintendo Direct was, like I said, was pretty cheeks. But this was solid. This was solid. It had a lot of stuff between Sifu, Kenna. What was the other one? Soulstorm.
They gave you a lot more indies
Returnal.
in this one, which I am appreciative of. You know what I mean? Going ahead and looking at like Knockout City, Returnal, Sifu, Solar
Knockout
Ash,
City, yeah.
Kenna, yeah. I mean, like all of those are like something you don't really know much about, or or they're fairly new to the run, and and it definitely gives you something to be excited for.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
All right, so we talked about new, we talked about free, and we gave y'all the state of play. Now let's go into news. Now, I will have to say that if the Nintendo Direct had some of this stuff in it, it would have made it a lot less booty cheeks.
Oh, yeah, I know where this is going.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The craziest thing though is when was that? Like last week?
The Direct was last week.
Last Wednesday.
Like a week and a half.
So it took them a week to get this stuff on board. Like what the fuck? Sorry. Like you know what I'm saying? Like why not just? I know why.
Just
they did
delay
the
a week.
state of- yeah.
Really
maybe.
should.
Well, maybe they were aware of the state of play coming to fruition.
Oh,
and
probably.
they were like, oh well, we can't release the Nintendo thing too, so fuck us.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, yeah. So we got a bunch of stuff from Game Freak.
That's an understatement.
So a lot of Pokemon-based things. We got a new trailer for Pokemon Snap. Gave you a little more idea of what's going on with that. I'm almost guaranteed I'm buying that game for my kid.
I played it when I was a kid.
Yeah, you got it. It's like one of those.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you can use certain filters to make like fire from like Chimchar look blue instead of red. You can go ahead and throw like apples and stuff to the Pokemon to make them eat, and then you get if they're happy, and you get to like take certain pictures,
pictures.
Or, like really good pictures of them. Yeah, so that game, and you can like roam around at night and underwater, and there's just so much about it. It just looks so cool. So so that was Pokemon Snap. You had we're going to be getting an upgraded version of Diamond and Pearl.
Yep.
Andy, what did you say they were called?
That is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They're coming in late 2021. The remakes will retain the game's aesthetic, updated with colorful new style. The sense of scale of the original game's towns and routes has been carefully preserved. What the Pokemon Company said during the video, players will be able to choose from the original 3 starters. But in a news release, they said that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have been updated to include player-friendly conveniences that have since appeared in newer Pokemon games, as well as up-close and personal Pokemon battle scenes. So you're going to have, some things to make your life a little easier. I don't know that they went in depth yet as to say what exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be, but it's going to be the old game, but it's going to play like the new ones.
And then the biggest thing that came out of this whole Game Freak announcement.
You spoke this shit into existence. People are going to think you're like some weird insider or something. Because that just happened.
So when we did the episode, I think it was 2 episodes ago now, that had to do with us picking a hero and a villain to go ahead and make a game around. I chose Giovanni as my villain, and I said that I wanted a Pokemon style game that was more like Breath of the Wild when it comes down to like an open world type of thing.
Yeah.
And holy hell, did we actually get something like that?
Yeah, I know, right?
They heard you,
I
bro.
remember seeing that text from you. You're like, bro, did you see this? No.
They kind of
It's
listened to it.
it's kind of exactly like I talked about, minus Giovanni.
Yeah. So Pokemon Legends Arceus. Arceus, my apologies. So Pokemon Legends Arceus is going to be an open world action RPG Pokemon game in the feudal past of the Sinnoh region. You know what I mean? So the same area as Diamond and Pearl. And this game is going to be coming out early 2022 for the Nintendo Switch. Now, your starter Pokemon are going to be different in this.
You have Oshawott, you have Cyndaquil, and you have Rowlet.
Yes, thank you.
You know what's weird, by the way? Let me just jump in here real quick.
Please.
Because I wanted to double check myself to see if I just made you feel like an asshole for absolutely no reason. So, before it was officially revealed, fans were pronouncing it Arceus, as does Pokemon Battle Revolution, but then a promo trailer for Arceus and the Jewel of the Life pronounced it as Arceus, but then its official pronunciation was revealed in a Pokemon.com mailbag as Arceus. Yeah. So apparently it's apparently it's Arceus. Apparently it's Arceus. I'm just saying that's what they said.
So the way you play this game is a lot different than what you would expect. So what we got from like Sword and Shield, when you walk up on Pokemon, you battle them, you bring their health down, their HP down, and then you throw a Pokeball.
Yeah.
Standard run of what you've done with almost every other Pokemon game.
So you get to observe the Pokemon. You get to see their behaviors and shit like that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's completely out. That's completely outside the norm. Like, are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, and then when you feel like the time is right, you can carefully sneak up and throw a Pokeball at them to go ahead and try to capture them.
Sick.
Like I wasn't expecting anything like this when I was talking about, having this open world Pokemon game. Like, that part I was not expecting at all. Another thing about it is, you still have battles that you can go ahead and do. You can still go ahead and fight in the game. But yeah, dude, the sneaking and stuff like that is just something that's just completely different with this. And I'm happy this game is happening. I remember saying before, I didn't care who made it as long as it wasn't Game Freak, because I felt like they were very stagnant with with how they've been doing things over the last 15 years.
They heard you say what they heard you say that shit about them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know something? Thank you, Game Freak. Thank you for giving me what I want.
Good on you.
You should apologize. You should apologize too.
Game Freak, I sincerely want to apologize for going ahead and talking so much shit on you guys. You've given me reason, but that doesn't excuse my behavior. So I want to go ahead and say I'm very sorry, and I am hoping that early 2022, this game will make me very, very happy.
If not, you're gonna hear from it again.
Oh my God! Just wait
again.
till next year for this time. Jesus Christ! No. But yeah, so the game is already on pre-order right now for $59.99, just so everybody knows. And yeah, that's what we have when it comes down to our Pokemon news. Another thing that I saw that got a little bit of talking was that there is a Mass Effect project that got teased by Henry Cavill.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
yeah.
There was something in his trailer when it looks like he's getting ready to be Geralt for Witcher, because they're filming the new season, and it looks like there's a paper in his trailer that he zooms in on, and it has, it talks about a Cerberus takeover and a few other things in there to where it's like, what do you say? Because Cerberus obviously has nothing to do with Witcher, that's easily hands down a Mass Effect thing. So,
absolutely.
I'm not entirely sure.
You think maybe it's gonna be a Netflix thing?
God, I hope. Just because,
you know what I mean?
Just because I already have Netflix, so.
Well, but if you think about it, he's doing The Witcher right now.
Yeah, true.
On Netflix, this could be maybe another huge Netflix thing that they casually released. They released but didn't actually release, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay, so what we got from this picture was actually something from the Mass Effect 3 wiki page, and it says, following the events of Tachanka and the failed coup by Cerberus to take over the Citadel, the Quarians offer their support to the Alliance if Shepard helps them reclaim their home world, Rannoch, from the Geth. And then it also reads, assisted by a Quarian, either Tali Zahora, which is my girl, or Admiral Darrow Zen, Shepard boards the Geth dreadnought and rescues a captive Geth unit, either Legion or another occupied Geth by virtual intelligence, then disables the Reaper control signal over the Geth. So it basically just runs the whole gambit of the Mass Effect 3 gameplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's something I'm fucking excited for. So we talked about this, and Shepard, both Fem Shep and the male Shepard, there is no real way they're supposed to look.
Nope, it's up to
No.
you.
So,
It's up to you.
so I mean, you could have picked Henry Cavill, you could have picked Idris Elba, you could have picked freaking Tony Jaa. I mean, it don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? You could just have Shepard look whatever, and Fem Shep the same exact way. I mean, she doesn't have to be the redhead that everybody knows.
Could you imagine if they picked Tony Jaa? He didn't even use any weapons. He just beats the shit out of everybody.
I fucking love that idea. Yo, especially with the fucking Omni sword, the Omni blade he has.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That'd be funny.
I just wanted to pick somebody else. You know, I had to think of who else to use.
No, I got
But
you.
we don't have any other information about when this project is going to be released or anything along the lines. Obviously, we have the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is going to be coming out May 13th of this year. And then we have Mass Effect 4 that we are waiting for. And we're probably going to get that at some point next year, I believe. So, yeah, that's everything I got. So, now we get to tell everybody all the fun shit we've been doing. So let's go ahead and let them know what we are playing.
Yeah, so I actually took a break from the whole 2K thing. I was actually getting frustrated, believe it or not. I for some reason, I just hit like a stint of games that I was just not doing anything offensively. Now defensively, I was doing great. You know what I mean? Steals on point.
Yeah.
6'0" dude, fucking getting rebounds left and right with like no rebound skill whatsoever. Balls were just falling in my hands, kind of like as Andy likes to say. Just saying. I had a game like that. Offensively, I was doing really good with the assists and shit like that, but I just couldn't. I couldn't for some reason really do all that much when it came into scoring. So I was like, you know what, I need to take a break from this. And I had downloaded Ghost of Tsushima back during Christmas when it was on sale. And I have not stopped playing that game ever since. Now, I fully jumped into this game expecting it to be open world, but that is an understatement for this game. Open world for this game is literally
enormous.
It's massive, and so there's three different locations on Tsushima, and you start in one, and basically you progress forward up the island. Where I'm currently at, being is that I never play the main mission until I'm literally forced to. Like, I actually had to do a main mission event. Well, it's still part of the main mission, because I had to unlock a certain skill to then progress further in, like, side quests and shit like that. So, I have not stopped playing this damn game. Like I've told Wes and Andy, this is possibly, at least for me, one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in a game.
Nice.
Between the way it's drawn, the way that you play, the fluid movements of your sword, being able to sneak and all that kind of stuff is just absolutely amazing. Riding the horse everywhere is pretty cool. The nice part about this is when you get to locations, most locations, after you have either unlocked them or have done certain like little side mission that's attached to that location, you can then fast travel to it. So it does
It's going to cut down your time tremendously when you get to like the main mission and stuff like that, and you don't have to go to these places anymore. You can just zip back and forth.
You can literally zip back and forth and fast travel to these locations. It makes it 10 times easier.
One thing that I really liked was kind of how they use like how you can use the wind to help you find places.
Yeah,
that's a dope way of doing it without having to have like
a pointer or something.
Yeah, a pointer or anything like that. You just use the wind and just follow.
Absolutely, yeah. And that was like when I first saw that, I was like, damn, that is a badass concept. Also, the first thing I said when I first started playing the game is wow, this fucking game is massive. When it comes to RPG elements as well,
oh, there's so much
customizable equipment that you can wear, swords, anything between your samurai armor. Oh my. armor to the hats that you wear to the colors that you can have your bow, the different swords, and it's insane. And when I say RPG elements, this you literally have to progress your way through the story to unlock like technique points is what they call them. And the amount of things that you have to unlock is outrageously bonkers. Like each in like I literally just finished 2 of like I want to say like 2 main things that have to do with the swordsmanship of him. There's like fucking 20 or 30 other things that I still have to unlock.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. If you can get the game, get it. I'm also playing it on the PlayStation 5, so it's playing it at its full capability of how the game is supposed to look.
It's banana.
Unless you're playing it on the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Straight up banana land.
But that is currently what I have been playing. Yeah, that's it for me.
Word. What about you, Scoop?
So we have been talking about it since we saw the trailer for Little Nightmares 2, and I said how that shit was right up my alley. I went on the PlayStation Store the other day and saw that the first one, Little Nightmares, was on sale. The complete edition was on sale for $30. So I did some research to see, what people were thinking about it, if it's because I knew it was going to be a short game. It is an indie game. I knew it was going to be short. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be worth the money, and basically the general consensus among everyone is like, when it comes to a video game, I can't say that I've ever put $30 to a better place. Because, for the 6 hours ish that the game may be, without like any DLC or anything like that, just the main game itself, if you didn't get the complete edition, would run you about 6 hours maybe. But it's an action-packed 6 hours. It basically feels like a platform puzzle game set in the most jacked up Tim Burton movie you can think of.
Yeah, dude, I saw you playing that a little bit today. Just kind of like after you finished the game.
Yeah.
Some of the characters that you see,
they're gnarly, dude.
Insane. Like what
They
were
are
you
gnarly.
on to think about these things?
Yeah.
Or what have you seen in your nightmares that made you think about this?
The basic, watered down version of the plot is you play a 9-year-old little girl in a yellow raincoat named Six, who awakens from a dream of a woman resembling a geisha, and armed with only a lighter, you sneak through the bowels of the Maw, a massive underwater iron vessel designed for much larger inhabitants. Throughout the Maw, you encounter several gnomes, small skittish creatures that either flee from her passively or observe her efforts, and basically the whole thing is you trying to escape this place. And each level that you're in the mall, you're working towards escaping a different nightmare. And the game's short. There's only 4, so I'm not going to go and like spoil what these nightmares are, but they are the things. They are the stuff of nightmares. I will say that. It's the puzzles range, the range is pretty wide. I mean, there's some that it's pretty obvious what you have to do, and then there's other ones that like there were some head scratchers that, my wife and I were playing at the same time trying to figure it out. So it was nice that it's not super easy. I have not gone into the DLC yet. So, I'll have more information on that, but the game is great. I mean, it's dark, it's ominous, it's the nightmares, like I said, they're not scary, they're creepy. They're extraordinarily creepy, and the atmosphere, the music, and the sound effects, everything is just right on point. I might actually try it with my new Turtle Beaches tonight or tomorrow and see, how that changes things, having it like right in my ears. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. As soon as I do the DLC, I'm gonna jump into Little Nightmares 2 and do that. But yeah, other than that, I've just played 2K. Just been playing 2K, trying to get myself to the playoffs, up my skills, that type of shit. I'm still not even a 70 overall yet. I think I'm a 69 or something like that. But I got my dude little tattoo, got a little ink. You know what I'm saying?
Something you'll never do in real life, so go ahead.
Probs not. Probs not. Well, I can't.
You say that
well,
now until.
Well, Anthony got lucky. Oh, I don't know that he got lucky. No, he got lucky. When he claimed his first damn daily reward and got like 15,000 VC, which is
10,
the currency. 10. Sorry, 10,000 VC, which is still bananas.
Yeah.
Since the first day of me claiming daily rewards, I haven't gotten any VC at all. One day I'll get like a free Nike item, then I got a tattoo because I got a free tattoo. So I was like, shit, might as well cash in, get me a tat.
You know how he keeps bringing up the 10 VC, the 10K VC. He's definitely a little butthurt about it. I mean, as I would be. It's okay.
Yeah, I am. You spent 4 years in college. You didn't need the VC. I need it.
That's true.
But no, yeah, I have a lot of fun with both. I'm currently looking towards what my next thing is going to be.
Yeah. So I want to go ahead and talk about Little Nightmares. So you're done the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you plan on playing the second one fairly soon?
Yeah. I still have a DLC to do for the first one, and since the game is so short, realistically, if you want me to stream the second one,
please,
I can stream a playthrough of the first one. Because I could beat it in 2 nights.
Please.
So
I
can do that. That way, there's no because I don't know if they
go ahead and throw out on YouTube after we're done recording it.
Yeah, I don't know because it never gets less scary. But I don't know if they directly follow one another. Mm-hmm. So this way, for context, it'd be easier for me to just stream the first one and then maybe the DLC and go from there.
All right. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, but no, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I'm currently trying to figure out what my next move is going to be after that because I imagine Little Nightmares 2 isn't going to be much longer. So I'm looking for what my next game's going to be. I'm still messing around with Ghost of Tsushima as well. I've been going back and forth with that in 2K. But yeah, we'll see. I'd thought maybe Demon Souls. I'm looking around. I'm shopping around. We'll see.
All right, so I haven't really done much this week. I've been working a lot on the basement, trying to get it ready to start streaming again. Yeah, I mean, I gotta reorganize how a few things are. I mean, relay the format. But I went ahead and started playing a demo of a game that I have been waiting for probably the last 4 months, and I am super pumped with what I played so far. And this game is called Outriders. So you essentially are what's called an altered. And that means you have abilities, and you go ahead and fight other things that have abilities as well as just regular mercenaries and shit like that. You start the game. All right, so the game starts off slow. I will fully admit that it starts off slow. The prologue is you not being altered, running through. First finding Enoch and going down onto the planet. But then when you first see the first storm, that's when shit starts getting a little crazy. You end up getting hurt, thrown into a cryotube for 30 years. And when you get out of the cryotube, then that's when shit really starts going nuts. And you gain your powers and everything goes from there. So in the demo, that is good. So one of the cool things about this demo is that the demo is going to be around even after the game comes out. So that way people can go ahead and fuck around with the demo, see if they really like it, and then go ahead and buy the game if they decide to.
Mm.
But I'm loving it so far. I first started off as a Devastator, which is like kind of a tank class. You know what I mean? Like I can go ahead and basically turn myself into the Thing. Like I can go ahead and put rocks all on me and like have that be my armor. And I'm absolutely loving that class. But because of how long this is going to be before the game comes out, because the game comes out beginning in April, I'm going to run through every single class to go ahead and see which one I like more. So there's 4 classes in the game. You have a Technomancer, you have a Pyromancer, a Trickster, and a Devastator. I can drop some YouTube videos in the show notes to give you an idea of what each class is about if the people want. This game, I've explained it as it's a looter shooter game, but it has that feel of not necessarily Destiny because it's third person shooter. But like I said, the biggest thing about it is that it's a looter shooter that you can go ahead and take the attributes of guns and put them on other guns, which is very different from other things that have been going around. It's a Square Enix game, you know what I mean? So we've all already seen what Square Enix can do with the Avengers game, which kind of scared a lot of people, but this is nothing like the Avengers game, not at all.
Has it, what you've gotten to play so far, has it, exceeded or pretty much just met your expectations? Because you've been you've been as pumped as I've seen you for a game in a long time.
Yeah, I've been very adamant about this game. It's basically...
Is it not enough to tell yet, or
no? It basically met my expectations of what I was thinking. So you get to level out to like level 7, and you get to like world tier 5 or something along those lines. So the world tiers make the game more difficult every time. Like, you can run through the same mission. I mean, you can grind the same missions every time, but if you increase the world tier, it becomes that much harder.
That sounds just like Anthem.
It had an Anthem feel to it, except for the fact of where Anthem failed with the mechanics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's like Anthem if it worked, which is great.
Essentially, yeah. And we didn't even talk about that in the news.
No, we didn't. Oh well.
So yeah, but no, just quick sidetrack. EA decided to go ahead and stop supporting Anthem, I believe, after X amount of time. I believe it's like after this year or something like that. So yeah, they're
actually taking all efforts from with what's going on with Anthem, and I think they're putting them towards the Mass Effect game.
I'm fine with that.
Pretty sure I remember reading that.
I'm 100% fine with that. But yeah, dude, with this game, like, I mean, you fight other Altered, which make things difficult. I mean, obviously, because they're just as strong, if not stronger than you. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I threw down with Mike and Hav the other night. That was fun running as a full crew, because you can only run in the crew as 3. So that's where the Destiny aspect is.
That seems like it's becoming the new thing, almost.
Which is weird.
It's like
it is.
It would work out great for us.
It is strange.
You know, because we're a group of 3. But
absolutely.
Like, when I throw down with the other guys, it leaves people out, because obviously, you know, what I mean, we don't really run in groups of 4.
Yeah, it's just strange because we grew up with it being like things being up to 4 players. So now this 3 thing seems to be taken over. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, because the people that made this game said that groups of 3 gave the game the best possible ability to achieve what they wanted, and 4 didn't do what they wanted it to do. So that's why they stuck with 3.
Yeah, I mean, you know your game.
Yeah.
So
what else? Nothing really else from me besides the fact that I got my kid playing Mario Kart 8.
That's a big deal.
My actually, oh shit, dude, she's gonna be 5 on Saturday. Next Saturday. Jesus Christ.
Stop talking about how old the kids are getting. Jesus.
I know, right? But she, like, in the 50cc races, she is consistently getting in 4th place. You know what I mean? Overall. That's awesome. Yo, dude, she ended up in 2nd place the one day on one of the races. She ran around the house for 15 fucking minutes screaming at the top of her lungs about winning. Dude, it was so great. Like, yo, it put such a smile on my face as a gamer. Like, I loved it. But yeah, dude, she's like consistently getting like 4th place on these. And I've learned that she cannot drive a car, but she can drive a motorcycle like a motherfucker. Which, dude, it's weird. It makes no sense to me why why she can't drive a car in the game. But dude, motorcycle, she is so much more in tune with figuring it out.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
Do you have any update on your wife with Animal Crossing at all? Or?
So the game came in like last Sunday, I think, and she's been playing with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like when I've been, because with my current situation of like my basement, I've been gaming upstairs. So while I'm doing that, normally she'll go ahead and she'll take the Switch and play. I mean, she's not really understanding like what she's supposed to do with this current spot. Like, I'll have her text Alex to go ahead and help her traverse everything. But yeah. No, dude, she's enjoying the game. She's having fun. I mean, it's just that she needs to just work on her island. And my wife, in her typical fashion, you have to name the island. And she couldn't think of anything, but the biggest thing in my house right now is Hamilton. Both my kids love it. Obviously,
Hamilton Island?
It's called Hamilton. Yes.
All right. I forget what we called ours. I don't remember.
But
I think we're Swag Island, actually.
Swag? Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're Swag Island.
I like it.
Yeah. Or Swag Isle, I forget.
So that's honestly all that's all I got, man. Like I said, I haven't really done much. And I've more been entertained by my daughter driving in Mario Kart and winning and screaming and just having fun. So,
Attaboy.
so
All right.
that's all we got. Yo, this has been a hell of a podcast today, boys.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yes,
good.
sir.
Loving it, man. State of
sir.
play, free and new. Some really good Pokemon news. And now we'll have Anthony let everybody know where they can find us.
I think it's that time again. Oh, no, it's that time again.
Oh,
Hey.
it's that time again.
It's that time
It's
again.
that time again.
You know who you get to connect with? Us, the crew members, CGC. And this is where you can find us. Check us out on Twitter, which is @ConsoleCrew. You can check us out at our website, which is www.consolegamingcrew.com, which is connected to our Gmail, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. We also have YouTube. It's pretty cool. We upload videos there. You should check us out. It's Console Gaming Crew. And our podcast goes there, too, which is pretty neat. I'm pretty sure Andy just fucking swallowed like a bug or something. Anyway,
Sorry.
you can also check us out on Instagram, which is Console Gaming Crew. So here's the thing. We were very polite this time around, and we left a note for our Facebook stating how we would like to break up, but yet it's still around. So
Just can't quit her, man.
we just can't quite get rid of it yet. So what we're gonna do is I'll reattack it next week. I'll let you know how we made out. Maybe we'll try a different tactic, like dropping it off at a different state and then coming home and see if it works that way. Anyway, I'll let you know how it works out. We'll get back to that one though. Also, fun little news. I think we talked about this last time. Twitch is now it's now a triplex.
It's a lot less confusing
Yes.
now.
Twitch is now a tripod.
You kick
So
one of
did
our
it-
legs out, we all fall.
No, just the tiny of us, which would be you or me, because we're really. Anyway, so you can check us out on our Twitch, which is collectively all three of us together now, which is sick. Anyway, that is CGC Podcast. That's all it is. Don't expect more. There's no like underscores or fancy things. It's legit CGC Podcast. Check us out there. That's all I got.
Word. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and ask all of y'all still to try to stay safe. Wash your hands. Mask the hell up.
Game on 2.
What?
Game on 2.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's
Game
just-
on
Is
2.
it a sequel?
Well, then why? Yeah, what the fuck? First
don't know,
off,
but I'm dying.
this man, before he said goodbye, started playing with his nipples and then said, "Game on 2." Like, shut the fuck up, dog. It's game on. I didn't freeze. What the fuck?
I was waiting for his game
Okay.
on the right way.
Yeah, well, fuck him. We're just gonna leave him out. So, as per usual, everybody, game on.
Game on, y'all.